Morning, tubers. It's Wednesday morning, about a little after 9. What you're about to watch is a whole bunch of video. I guess this old Sony camera is deciding on what it's going to save and what it's not going to save. And so basically what it's just pieces, parts of everything for the last, 3 or 4 days. I did find some other video I'm going to throw in there, so this is going to be a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of old videos that I seem to find, and what the camera says, well, yeah, we'll save this. Nah, we're not going to save that one, but we'll save this one. So hopefully this gets saved. But anyway, enjoy. Everybody have a good one. Later. And the storms are starting to come. And they develop over the mountains with the hot weather. Last night was a real light show. Yeah. So, alright, emergency brakes in, and the kick panel's on. We're all back to where we were, except now those wires are routed, and we can hang this door. Alright, I'll text Pat, see what he's got going on. I'm beat though. I got to take out 2 more bolts out of that door, and then that door is only held in by 2 bolts. So we'll work on the right door, and then yeah, when I get more, or if I could coach Pat up here. If not, we're scheduled tomorrow to do it. Okay, I'm starting to babble. So if I got anything else today, I'll bring it up. Special thanks to everybody, to the 2 guys who sat there and answered the question on knees alignment. Yeah, thanks. I think Richard and Jay, I'm not sure, I can't remember what the second subscriber was, but thank you, gentlemen. Greatly appreciated. Okay, so, yeah. So we'll do a few things here, and then, and if I get anything else, I will bring you guys back before I continue to babble on. Everybody have a good afternoon. Later. Friday night, the storm's going through, and ends in that cloud. Okay. It's a nice rainbow. Yeah, it's still a little over there. Plane's taking off. I can't see it. I cut that heat tubing off. It just wouldn't bend. I mean, it's almost rigid. But I couldn't get the door closed. Now what to use? So, yeah, wrap it with electrical tape. I don't know. But I'm going to fish it through and see, make sure that's my problem and not the grommets. I think it did it. Because the grommets don't stick out that far, that's why I picked them. But we'll run the wire through. We haven't adjusted this door whatsoever. Its back is still up. Gaps are great up here, but we were having issues with it closing, and you couldn't adjust the door unless you see what you got. So we need to take care of that. So I'm going to run that back through. I'll think about and make sure I can get the door closed and start fitting it, and then we can go from there. So when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. Oh, that grommet's keeping the door from closing with the wire that goes along with it. I would have drilled it if I didn't have this hole here. I would have drilled it on. Hold on. I would have drilled it in the flat in here, and then that way you came out and you go right into the door, and as the door opens you'd work off of here. It wouldn't work here. But yeah, let's show you. I even sat in the car and pulled the wire through. Let's see, it won't. It stops. It's the wire in the grommets. I knew it, but I guess I just had to prove it to myself. So that's why I haven't done that door yet. I want to get Pat up here and sit there and hash this over with him. And I'm going to load this up. And what do you guys think? Because it's going on about 4 o'clock and I putzed around on this long enough. And I got to come to some sort of decision on what to do and what I'm going to do. Because I can't adjust the door with it not closing all the way. That's all there is to it. So, alright, I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. We'll pick this up maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Later. Hey tubers, it's Monday at 2 o'clock. And yeah, Nancy's still on vacation. But we have issues here. I'm getting a flashlight. The grommets are hitting each other and the door isn't closing. And that hinge just blew up, and so now the bottom hinge is bad. You can see it. And yeah, door drops almost 1/4 of an inch as you open it. So I'm going to have to get a new bottom hinge. I don't know how that happened. These are brand new hinges. Nick Rarerat has the original hinges from the car. And so with that happening, I moved it on the passenger side. And if you remember correctly, when I sat down and I said that's the wrong spot to put the hole, I moved it over there. Because here is empty and it's a straight shot into the door. Just like that. The door will be able to open and close and tight on this. Won't have any problems. But yeah, that's what I said. If you remember back when I started this series and taking a look at everything, I sat there and I said, that hole's in the wrong place. And I proved myself. I should have just relied on my regular intuition and done it. So here's the passenger door up here. So if you look correctly, now I'm going to hold the flashlight and, well, let's see if we can find some metal to. If you see that dimple, can you see that dimple? That's the factory dimple for where the hole should go. Now, there's the hole that the kid drilled. I'm taking a hole right to here because that'll put it out of the envelope of that post. Right in here. Remember, this closes on the post, it's right in here. This is right on the edge. I'm going to put 9/16 hole right up here. Shouldn't have any problem, be in line with the hole that GM says to put. Done deal. Yeah, now you can see that dimple. Yeah. So, and you see the center punch there, so my hole's going right here. So, I'm going to drill that. I'm going to see if I get Pat up here tonight, and I want to hang this door and take the driver's door off. I've wasted enough time. Also, got the rear window stops in, the new ones. So, these will now go to the used parts bucket. Got new battery post in because if you saw, or battery clamps, because if you saw the other ones I got stuff coming off of all of them. So we're gonna set these in there. You can hook them up here or you can put eyelids on them and put them there and tighten the bolt down, nut down. So yeah, I think they're pretty slick. And they're marked negative and that one's positive. But I think it'll eliminate a lot of the crap I got going on in that battery. Plus I got to get a new battery, so I think we're going Ultima this time. So there's that. New quarter glass stops. And so yeah, drill the hole, put the grommet in. I got one grommet left. Hopefully I don't fuck it up. Excuse the expression, but yeah. After I drill that hole, it'll only be one Oh, 5/8 grommet left. Come on. All right, there you go. Yeah, see? That's it. That's the only ones I got. Ooh, look at that. 4.447. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, so here. Oh, so the ID. Okay, all right, then D is what we want. Five sixteenths, they say, a hole. 5/8 here for the 5/8. Yeah. Well, 5/16 there. That. Never mind, I'm just babbling on. So, that's where we're at. And, yeah. So, get Pat up here and see if this works. And I think it will. I've checked it pretty much. I took a silver Sharpie and let me move this. Hang on, guys. And I'll need another flashlight for this too. I took a silver Sharpie, okay, and I put it right in the hole. You can, I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, and then stuck it through. You can see where the grommet is, okay, and I gotta move the wire, and right there you can see it. Hang on, let me set this down. Come on. Thank you. And then right there you can see it where it came in. So it was right here. So I'm moving, this space is empty. I'm moving it, when I moved it to this panel, and then I moved this hole, rather than being in this, I moved it out into this space. So. And I got some plugs coming because I don't want to weld up the holes in the doors right now and do all that and everything else. This door needs to be seriously rebuffed. I mean, there's still orange peel down here, but I can never see that. I didn't get down on my back to wet sand it, so. But and I'm out of sandpaper because I was going to do both doors now. So we just might see what I can find or what I can get in here. So I'm babbling, and Pat comes up tonight and we get this one on. I'll bring you guys back. I lost the video when we hung this one. I lost everything. The video when we hung this one, when we first tried closing it, yeah, I lost the video on all that stuff. And that's why I guess I got the new body cam, because I want to get rid of this, what is this? This is a Sony, I think, yeah. Yeah, Sony HT. Little cheap little thing, but yeah. All right, I'm babbling. More in a minute. All right, got the grommet in this one. And that's roughly, I didn't see the dimple here where they marked it, but that's roughly going to be roughly right about in here. So the right in here, so open, so you sit there and figure, open, close, open, close. So yeah, I just hope I got enough speaker wire. Yeah. So anyway, we'll give this one a shot and see what happens. I want to take some wet sandpaper, I think, before I sit there and hit that, because that's all the white from the stripes, and I wonder how that got down there when this whole thing was masked off. Yeah, let me tinker with that a little bit. Maybe some 1500 grit and see what happens. All right, more in a minute. Later. Yeah, roadkill again.
It started going down on its own.
Yeah. Playing in the wintertime. All right, driver's door's off.
It's got the LED light bars.
Passenger door on. And as you can see, this way is a lot better. Coming from the side and going back to the door. I mean, just bring everything down because of the windows going to be right here, but you can bring everything down. But yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to do here yet, whether we're going to wrap it with just electrical tape or I don't want to put heat trace on it because I can pull the wires back out and sit there and heat trace it. I don't want to heat trace this. That stuff is way too stout. I think maybe just electrical tape, some good electrical tape, I don't know. We'll play with it. Anyway, before we do anything on this door, even though it fits, we're gonna work on this one. I gotta take out kick panel. Before I gotta take the kick panel out, the emergency brake's gotta come off, the dimmer switch has to come off, then I can move the kick panel. Once the kick panel's out, then we can start doing all this. So, and that's for tomorrow. I didn't even get a beer out. I've been talking to the neighbors, and Pat just left. So I'm going to get a beer with a drink and watch these guys later. I guess it's still Monday night. I can't just sit still. I got to fudge with something on the car. See, there's 1, 2, 3, then 4. So, hold on. So,
winter style gated shifter. Looks like it's from 400 degrees. Oh, that's good. Oh, the radiators are back here. Get it.
oh shoot. This definitely don't. Let's see. I'm gonna put that one that way.
So here's the thing. Cast your mind back to the episode of Roadkill where we took the
You know you don't want to do it out here, and this seems the ideal location, but I don't think because of the caps that you're going to be able to get down onto the post.
People do not know what Zeus means. I found out that most fans think that you were like King Zeus. You're not a lightning, I'll just weld it back on. Yeah, he's just gonna make a flange and Zeus it right back on. It'll be minions. Okay, this right here is a Zeus fastener. It's spelled D-Z-U-S. It is a quarter turn fastener made from the aircraft industry in the 30s.
Thinking what, maybe
And that's how they began
inch and a half.
like this.
Whoop, sorry, inch and a quarter.
And you put a double dive hole in a panel, and you just Zeus it right back on. This thing is loaded.
Probably about the same.
Educational moment.
So then they pull this, take this off, put the strap all the way down, pull these off.
This thing is way too
Yeah.
expensive and fantastic.
Alright,
I don't care because this is going to be
we'll play with this too. Man, that's a big hole. I wish I would have never followed behind somebody else's work. Yeah, well, listen to my intuition next time. I got a plug coming. Hopefully it'll work. Until I decide to do work on these door jambs, I'm not going to do anything with that. Weld it up, make a patch panel, whatever. We're going to move over and down a little, roughly right in this area. And we're going to sit there and drill the holes. We got to replace this hinge. It's all torn up, I guess, from when we were, I don't know if we were that tore it up or whatever, but it drops about 1/8 of an inch every time we close the door. This this hinge drops. So anyway, back there, started playing around with that. I could put that kick panel in and threshold plate and everything else back in over there. Meanwhile, we're going to be over here, so there's plenty to keep me busy. And when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. We got the hole drilled and the grommets set. So yeah. So next we'll feed the wires, and then we'll put everything all back together. Then we'll take off this door hinge. Yeah, look at it, it's all torn up down there. And some of these shavings here are from the door hinge, and some of them were from when I was drilling this hole. So, alright, more in a minute. Kick panels back into place, emergency brakes back into place, that's back there, and man, I'm pissing myself about this. I shouldn't have, never mind. So, I think since the bottom hinge is off, I think we'll clean this up and wet sand that jam a little bit and get most of the white out of it. And yeah, the other thing is we got to put the passenger kick panel and sill plate in. We can put the sill plate in on that side too. So, all right, when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. I got some of that painless wire braid. It's a little more flexible than heat shrink tube that I had on it the other day, and this one was fun trying to get in here, but yeah, we got it. So yeah, door closes good, everything else. So now I'm going to put the kick panel sill plate back in on this side, put the sill plate back in over there. Ordered the new hinge. I think I'll be able to align it. These were my alignment holes. Damn. I'll compare it to the new one when it comes here and see what happened to it. But yeah. Hey Nick, got another driver's lower hinge here. This pin I think is shot because it dropped in the door. So, oh, what time is it? Oh, going on 3:30. Well, maybe we'll get that kick panel in, the sill plate in on over on that side, and move over here then. So, when I get more, I'll bring you guys back later. Sill plates are on. That's done. Still got to drill the hole in the door. And started wiring, figuring out the wiring and how to route it. Also got these on. So yeah. So still putzing away, and got the sill and the kick panel in, so that's done. So now we just yeah, continuing putting back together. I got to readjust these windows and their quarter windows one more time and take care of them, because this one was all coming too front forward and it was hitting here. So, but we'll take care of that, and when I get more, I'll bring you guys back. Now scratch that. Unless I get crazy tonight in here. But yeah. That I gotta go to Lee's Liquors. What time is it? Okay, yeah, almost out of tequila. So unless I get crazy in here tonight, this is going to be it. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. Richard came up, that's why this is together. I could take it apart and start doing that. Alright, later. Told you I couldn't leave well enough alone. God, I love these battery clamps. This one has to come over and it'll come over there. I'm trying to think if I can route it back around if I have enough to do so. Won't know until I get it out. And I don't want to pull the whole battery out. Old battery for this town. you're lucky because of the heat in the summer. You're lucky if you get 3 years. 3 years, that's it. And the only reason why it's been in here and not too much of a load's been put on it out there, and I kept it charged. So I'm going to price an Optima on there, and the rest of this is the battery, and I got to figure out how I'm going to bring that one around and trim it down. But I did do the negative, and it is. But the beautiful thing, watch this. Here, okay. I got every connection. There you go. If I bring this one around, and I think I'm doing that. There you go. And then have this one, I'm going to bring this one around too. To where everything flips over, you can pull the battery in and pull the battery out. Yeah. So, this is cool. I'm having fun, just tinkering. I wanted to find some different, oh, and these are stainless steel. So, being stainless, taking the positive side apart, and NICs. Yeah, brushing everything down and then wiping it off. Had my beer already, and Nancy's in watching her shows. This is going to be kind of cool with her being home, retired. Starting 24th is her last working day of this month. So she lets me come out here and tinker at night. She knows I'm having a beer and a couple of shots. This is cool. I can handle it. Alright, everybody have a good evening, and I don't know, well, should I load this one up, or what else do I got? Oh, shoot! Big thing. Damn. Look at. Alright, let me pull one out. The rear panels I never got with the car. Granted, these are blue, but I never got these. I mean, I didn't. eBay, 150 bucks. Pretty nice shape. Everything else, too bad I'm gonna screw with them a little bit. But yeah, they came today. So again, thank Richard, Nick, for straightening my dumbass out. But in my defense, when you take apart a car and you don't have any panels here, then you assume, and with the ridge line right here, that ridge line right there, I assume that a panel went in there. So, not knowing, that's me. Alright, y'all have a good evening. I'm going to play with the NICs and get my hands all nice and gray and stinky. And get this one, and we'll see if we get this one in. And when I do, I'll bring you guys back later. You guys notice anything? You notice anything different? Huh? See? It sweats. That doesn't happen here. Normally, put a beer out, water, it doesn't sweat. That's the humidity we got in this for all of the monsoon, in the middle of monsoon season. Yeah. So, onward and upward. Oh, wait, come on. Oh, thank you. So, guess this one needs to be charged. Here's the charging station. And pull this away. We'll take this here. And then back over here. Oh, forgot the flashlight. Dumbass.
Because it's a Corvette, what we're doing comes down to this. Those are new transmission movers.
Yeah, it's clean. Come on. Easy. There you go. Make a thunk. There. That's what it's going to look like. I'm not going to do anything until I get this cleaned up. And actually, if you think about it, it's a little bit too long. But yeah. So, and then I'm thinking about soldering all this. Again, these are stainless steel, so, but I think this is cool, because then you unloosen this, set it off to the side. You can pull the battery in and out. And I got all the connections for all the accessories on there. And like I said, I think I'll route this one back around and come up. But we'll have to see. I got to get the battery out, and I'm not going to play with it anymore, except clean up this. Let me get this out of here. Except clean up this and get it in one of these terminals. And then once I do that, then I'm going to stop, because all the negatives are hooked up. This is the positive for the stereo. But yeah, I need this cleaned up. So I think this will be it. Started running, I don't know, speaker wires, starting to straighten this thing out, wiring and everything. Getting ready to hook up the power door locks. Got that in, both of them. Gonna make some adjustments on this window. And yeah, we're moving right along. And you can shut off. And they're having way too much fun on TV. I can hear it. I guess we go watch TV rather than me screw with her. Oh, and they stop. That's awesome.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. Later.